Well, as the president has already mentioned, that we had 4 student leaders who were involved in this project, and I'm so pleased to have them with us today. This project did start over 15 years ago. We started to talk about a wellness center. But it wasn't until Ryan Brunner, who was president of Student Association in 2006-2007, right? 05-06. See, I did my program. I used my bifocals. 2005-2006. I had you a year younger, Ryan. Who really took the bull by the horn, so to speak, and said it's time we get this project going. And he worked very closely with university administration and the students and the Board of Regents to get the authority for us to start planning a wellness center at South Dakota State University. So please join me in welcoming Ryan Brunner.
Four years ago, I had the honor to be elected Student Association President here at South Dakota State University. Throughout my term, there are a lot of great things that happened as SDSU has continued to grow and change. But there's one event that I still remember that makes me think of the Wellness Center dedication and ribbon cutting ceremony here today. Midway through my term as Student Body President, I had the opportunity to attend and speak at another ceremony very similar to the one that we're having here today. And that was the union, the new student union celebration and ribbon cutting for the union in Caldwell Hall as part of the 125th university celebration. As I was at that event, I was sitting on stage, and I got the opportunity there to listen to some other great student leaders who had came before me, Dan Hansen, Eric Erickson, and Amanda Mattingly, speak about their role and their involvement and the hard work and dedication that they put in to get together and build the facility that we all enjoy today, the University Student Union. And as I left that event, as the current student body president, having spoke about the facility, the impact that it would have, I realized that all of the speeches generated and given that day at the Union and Caldwell Hall celebration focused not only on the hard work of the past, but on the brightness of the future at SDSU, and the hard work and dedication that those student leaders who came before me had put in, not for themselves, but for the bright future, for the future students, and for the future of our university. That was part of the inspiring and some of the lessons that I learned from that event that carried forward a month later when we started looking at the legislative package for the upcoming legislative session and the University Student Wellness Center. As we looked at the Wellness Center, we were looking at approximately a $6 million facility. Thanks to the insight of some of the donors that have already been mentioned in the mid-90s and the insight of the administration, the project had been started, but had never been fully reached the point where it would be completed and construction would begin. As we looked at that project, the future of SDSU, and some of the past changes with things like the Performing Arts Center, Caldwell Hall, and the University Student Union, we knew that a $6 million facility was not going to be adequate for the current or future needs of South Dakota State University. And it was at that point that we'd made the decision with our executive board, with Tim Wren, my Student Association Vice President, who couldn't be here today. He's currently in Egypt. Mitch Fargen, who was able to make it today, our state and local government chairman that year. Krista Schmidt and Julie Doss, our finance chair and administrative assistant. Our executive board team decided that this was a project that needed to be undertaken. We went to the administration, and as Vice President Ramos mentioned, we worked very closely with them and received great support from all areas of the university, both in the administration and student affairs, but also from faculty, staff, donors, alumni, and most importantly, the Student Association Senate and the students at SDSU. We were fortunate enough that 2,800 students stepped up and signed petitions volunteering to give themselves higher student fees, not only because they believed in the facility, but because they believed in the future of South Dakota State University. As I look at the facility here today and the work that was done by the Student Association presidents that followed, Alex Hallbeck, Alex Brown, and Chris Dugard, and the work that they did to make sure that the facility was built to the specifications and to the state that it is in today so that it would meet the needs of SDSU, they put in the hard work and dedication not only so that we could celebrate the facility here today, but also so that we can celebrate the future and the bright future that exists for South Dakota State University because of all of that support. And that's what makes me proud to be a Jackrabbit. And as I look towards the future, like I said, it's that collaborative efforts that have taken place in the past, like the Union, like the Wellness Center, and those collaborative efforts that will take place and are taking place for the future that make it so that I know that SDSU will remain the flagship institution of South Dakota for many years to come and the premier Division I university that we have in our state. Thank you for your support for everyone here today. Thank you for all of the teamwork, collaboration, and hard work and support. And as always, go Jackrabbits.
Thank you, Ryan. As Ryan indicated, he began the ball.